Okay, welcome to Boomtown. What I'm going to do here is walk you through your Boomtown site, your Boomtown backend, take you through a 14 or 15 kind of step setup. All right, so let's rock and roll. First thing we need to do is go to leads.boomtownroi.com. All right, leads.boomtownroi.com. It's going to bring you to the login page. Okay, if you don't know your username and password, your username is the email that you have, and then if you need to do a password reset, feel free to do that and it'll get you in. Okay? Alright, so let me go ahead and log in here. Obviously you want to bookmark this site because you're going to want to come back here pretty often. You can remember, set a cookie so you don't have to log in each time. And if you need to, you can obviously forget your password and it'll send you a new one. Alright, so let's go ahead and log in. Alright, it's going to bring you to the dashboard here. Okay, so what we want to do from here, and what this kind of video is going to show us, is let's go right up to My Settings. Okay, up here in the top right hand corner, My Settings. Okay, then we're going to go to My Profile. Okay. All right, what we're going to do here is we're going to make sure the email is what we want it to be. If it's not, you can change it here. All right, if you want a password that you can change that here. All right, then update your login information. Okay, the second thing we want to do is create your subdomain. So this is obviously evanrussell.thebostonwest.com or first.last or firstinitial.last or whatever you want it to be. So when we create a new site here, evan.russell@thebostonwest.com, it's going to bring up your version of our website. Okay, your information, your picture, that sort of thing is going to show up down here, not mine, yours. All right, so when you click on the profile and the listings, it should show up here. Now, I'm guilty. I have not updated my profile on my individual account on the main account I have, so I need to go in there and do that. All right, now here's your information. Clickable link. If you're in the Woburn office, it's going to show up here. If you're in the Boston office, I'm going to show you how to change that. All right, so now we're back to the back end. We've updated our Boston MLS website address. Next thing you're going to want to do is update your photo. If you don't have a photo, let me know. I can give you a Russell Realty Group generic logo you can put in there, but we obviously don't want to leave it blank because then it looks kind of silly. So if we go here, let me show you what I'm talking about. If your information isn't updated, on the agent's page, it's going to show everybody's here. Okay, so we're missing a picture for Jill. We're missing a picture for Bob Champagne, Andy, Ingrid, those sorts of things. So we want to make sure that we've got a picture in here of some sort so they don't look stagnant like that. Okay. All right, very good. Let's go back. So we've uploaded your picture. Now we want to make sure that your MLS ID is in your personal information. So here's my personal MLS ID. Then of course we want the 2 office IDs. Okay. So when we're at, if we go back to my page, and we pull up my listings, it's going to tell me no. Where's the office listings? I don't even know. Okay, so provided that you had listings here, they would show up. Okay, in this particular case, I don't have any listings in my name. They're in the team ID, so none of my listings will show up. But if you do have 5 or 6, you're going to obviously show up right here. Okay. All right. So your first, last name, and then if you want multiple emails, you can put here. All right. Your office, if you want to be a Prudential, drop down. If you want to be in Woburn, it's obviously the Russell Realty Group. Please kind of follow where you are. If you are a Boston address agent, put Boston in there. If you're a Woburn address agent, put Woburn in there. We need to make sure that they're consistent. Your office phone number goes in here. Your mobile phone number goes in here. If you have another number you want to put in, your home office or direct phone or your Google Voice or whatever you have, you can put that in there as well. Your fax number. And then if you had a blog or some other site that you wanted to put in there, you could. I would suggest not doing that because obviously that's going to take traffic away from the site you're on now. And if you're making the effort to bring people to the Boston MLS site, you obviously don't want them to leave it. All right, put your title in here. Remember, we are not realtors. So you're a licensed sales agent, you're a licensed real estate professional, you're a licensed real estate agent, you're a buyer agent, you're a seller agent, you're whatever you are, but you are not a realtor unless you've paid the dues, which I don't believe anybody has. Okay? All right, awards and designations, you can put your ABR, your CBR, your, whatever you are. E-broker, E-pro, whatever your designation award you can put in here. You can put your little motto in here if you'd like. And then, of course, a little bio about yourself. Okay, let's get creative about that. I live and work in Medford. I've been there the last 15 years. I've sold over 75 homes in the area. I can certainly help you in the greater Medford area or the greater Boston area. Or I live and serve Chelsea. I live in a very popular loft building here. I've done a majority of the business in this particular building. I certainly can help you. I live and work in Cambridge. I specialize in the condo market. Please let me know. Or I know Middlesex and Essex County like the back of my hand. I don't know one town 100%. I know every town 80%. I can help you with whatever you need to do. All right, so type up something nice there. If you want to bounce it off us, we certainly can. All right, and then, of course, you want to make sure your signature is good. Now, this is a default signature here, so you might want to add your address. You might want to add your phone number, whatever the case may be. Now, if you have a URL that we've purchased together, work with Evan, work with Scott, first dot last, or whatever your URL is that we purchased together through GoDaddy, we can forward that website address to your subdomain. Your subdomain, as I'm referring to it, is evanrussell.thebostonmls.com. Your URL is the .com name we purchased together. So search with Paul, work with Evan, MA Homes for Sale, whatever it is, you can put in here. And then we can go in the back end and we can forward it. Let me just use Paul as an example. Paul is a new agent with us, so let's just paulbombara.com is what he purchased. So we logged in and you can see it forwards right to his subdomain. So when you're talking to your clients, you can say, hey, go to paulbombara.com or go to evanrussell.com or agentfirstandlast.com or whatever your URL is, and it'll take you right to your site. You don't need to tell them the paulbombara.peoplebombara.mls.com. All right? All right. Okay, so this is actually for me, so we're not going to use that. Okay, so next thing we're going to do is go to mobile settings. Okay, if you want a text message for a lead that comes into your site, which I would suggest you do, you put your phone number in here. I'm not going to put my phone number in because it's on the YouTube video, but you put your phone number here. Go ahead and put your account here. So I'm a Verizon customer. Then send a verification code. That's going to send you a link and a code that you're going to come back here and put in. That's going to allow every lead to come in. Boomtown's going to send you a text message so you know right away. All right, very handy. Okay, let's jump over to social media settings. Okay, so we want to display my active listings. Then, of course, we want to put in our links for our profiles. So if you have an Active Rain link, you have a Google+, you have a LinkedIn, you have a Twitter, you have a Facebook, put those links in here. All right. So I believe mine is all right, I believe that's that. I believe that's that. So let's just go ahead and update those. Let's go and find my site here. So we want to go back to my profile. All right, reset the page. We'll go down here. And they haven't quite shown up yet, so maybe I didn't update them. Oh, I have an error. So they want the full URL link here, which is okay. http:// okay. Update the links. Okay, successfully updated. So there they are right there. Okay, help fill out your site a little bit. Good? Okay. So we've put your social media links in. We've updated your profile. We've put your picture in. We've added your phone for a text message. So you're going to get a text message on any of your leads right away. Now what we want to do is we want to import your leads from the MLS. All right, I'm going to go ahead and stop the record right now because I don't want it to be too long, and I'm going to create a part 2. So please join me for part 2 on inputting your leads.